What up, Talkin Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up with yours truly, Mike Orr. And I have a special guest for you today in the studio. We are going to be questioning him before his big event this Saturday that we are going to be streaming live on this channel. But before we get into that, guys, I got to remind you that today's episode is brought to you by the BetStamp app, which is helping thousands of people win at sports betting for free. The same way travelers use Google Flights or Expedia to find the best prices, bettors can now use BetStamp to do the same. When you place a bet, the odds are given by a sportsbook will determine how much you can possibly win, even when betting on the same outcome. Different sportsbooks will offer varying payouts, and these differences can be huge. Thankfully, BetStamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long-term. On average, BetStamp users win an extra $1,000+ yearly just by line shopping. You can find the BetStamp app at the Apple iOS Store, Google Play Store, or through your browser at www.betstamp.app to access all these benefits. Sign up using promo code Talkin Fight and start your journey to successful sports betting today. If you forget to use the code upon sign up, you can always enter our code in your BetStamp account settings afterwards. So, guys, go check it out. Again, www.betstamp.app/Talkin Fight. Well, guys, we're not going to keep you waiting. We have Larone Whyte in the studio today, and he's joining me ahead of his fight against Bradley Wilcox on the 6th this month, next weekend, this Saturday. So we're going to bring him in. We're going to talk with him. Yo, Larone, Jet Whyte, thank you for coming in, man.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. I've seen you fight a few times now, man. You're always a root to watch, man. In there, honestly, holding your own, throwing it down. Honestly, taking no shit, telling the fans off even at the same time. Honestly, that's got to be one of my favorite clips that we have of you. We had you against, I think it was at Lee Baxter Promotions. They were chirping you from the crowd, man. You let them have it. Well, you were still throwing your shots, man. Honestly, can't wait to see you this weekend, man. It's gonna be great. Let's get into it. For all the fans out there that don't know, what was your start in boxing? How did you get into it?
Well, basically, I always loved boxing, and I'm just an athlete. So I went through my phases. I was a ball player, football player. I was a really good football player. Then I got injured in football, and I just started boxing from there. I went to the gym, and then I just fell in love with boxing from there. Coach put me in, and then we just took it from there.
That's so. How old were you when you started boxing?
It was pretty late, to be honest. Probably around, I'll say like 19, 20. It was pretty late, yeah.
Wow. So what led to you to pursue it as like a serious career?
To be honest, I was just, like I said, what I really wanted to do was play football, but then I got a thigh injury. I got a blood clot in my thigh, and I just got injured. I just stopped playing, and then after that, I just went to the gym. And I was just around good fighters, good boxers, and then the coach put me in the ring. And as soon as he put me in the ring, I just fell in love with the sport. And then right away, just started giving me amateur fights, and then I just took it serious from there.
Can you describe your first amateur fight and how you felt going into it?
To be honest, my first amateur fight, I wasn't nervous. It was more like, okay, I had a little bit of nerves, but after the first 2-3 punches were thrown, I was just in my groove, ready to go. So it was a good experience. But my first amateur fight, the guy it was kind of wild. But I was like, me, like I'm about it, so
you get in there and you grind it out, man. You're about it. Definitely.
That was a good fight.
Did you face any obstacles or challenges when you first started out in boxing, and how did you overcome them?
The only obstacles really was just learning the techniques and just not trying to be as wild, and I slowed it down after my first 2-3 fights. I wasn't like these other guys. These guys, you watch these amateur fights, they're wild, no real technique, no nothing like that. So I honestly, after my first 10 fights, I wasn't looking like that. So it was good.
Right.
It was good.
Do you prefer the back foot boxing or the front forward foot and just coming and bringing it?
To be honest, I like it all, man. I do it all. I can front forward, I can front on the back, I could dance, I could stay in the pocket. You know, I like it all. I just try to master everything.
Right. You
I
just try to
switch, orthodox, southpaw, anything, all of that.
Yes, you do, and I've seen it. I've seen it
Yeah,
live, guys. I've seen it
yeah.
live. He does do it. He does it well too. So you got this fight coming up. The 6th, big one for you, I guess. Can you tell us about your training camp leading up to this fight?
Well, for this training camp, it's been really good, man. I feel good. I feel loose. We're just working on a lot of strategies, a lot of like moving in and out, working on countering all of that. But for this fight, you guys are gonna see something special. Like I'm ready for this one. I'm ready
Okay.
for this one.
Wow. Okay. I can't wait, man. So how do you prepare mentally for like a big fight like coming up? With like, do you go through a routine to prep yourself mentally for your fights, or are you just
For
always
for this for this fight specifically, because like I'm a guy, like I just like to get in the ring and box, spar, do all of that. But I really don't really like watching myself, like watching my fight. Like I just didn't. But for this one, I was watching my old tapes, watching myself, and just perfecting certain things, and then looking at my mistakes and my bad habits. You know what I mean? Because I usually leave that for the coach and he tell me what to do. But like I don't know. There's something about me just watching myself I don't like. Because when you watch yourself, it's like, damn, like I'm actually doing that. you
yeah,
know?
you're hard on yourself. You give
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
more
yeah.
credit, right? All right. So what do you think? What do you think it is about you that sets you apart from your opponent?
Say it again.
So what do you think? What do you think it is that you have that sets you apart from your opponent this weekend?
Oh, honestly, I think I have more. I just have more. I think I just have more experience and just more ability. Like
Right.
I can go so far orthodox. Speed, power, everything is there. So like I just feel like I just have it. I just have it. I'm not really too worried about this guy. I know he's coming in. One thing for sure, I know he's gonna be coming in shape. So it's gonna be a good one. So but other than that, I'm not really too worried about this guy. And I fought and it's a funny story because back in the day when I was amateur, I actually fought his older brothers. So like,
Right.
so they kind of know me. So they're
Right.
whatever they're doing, he's probably sparring his younger brother or whatever is going on. But listen, man, it's not gonna be a cakewalk. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be a war.
fireworks, and we're ready. We're ready for war.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I know. I love how you bring war, man. That's definitely what you do. You're gonna bring it to him. It's gonna be great. I know the Wilcox clan, man. They got a whole bunch of family that are all fighters.
Yeah,
Definitely, you've evolved a lot since facing his brother in the amateurs. So
yeah,
honestly, it's gonna be a tough challenge for him, man. That's for damn sure. When
yeah.
you get in that ring, man, and bring it. Um, how do you deal with the pressure of fighting at such a high level?
To be honest, I just try not to think about it. I just do it. You know what I mean? I keep my mind blank and try to stay away from the distractions. And like I said, I just watch tapes of myself and just review things, shadow box. Even when I'm at home, I just before I sleep, not even like real shadow boxing, just moving, just picturing, just
Right.
imagining the fight, how I want it to go, and what I'm gonna do and what I plan on doing, and that's it. But I just tunnel vision, basically, just tunnel vision, just focus.
Right. What advice would you give young boxers just starting out?
Honestly, I just say just keep the grind up, work hard, and don't believe the hype, man. If people say you can't do something, you could do it. Do it, cause I want to be living proof after this. I win this belt. So you could do it, man. Don't give up on yourself. There's always room to learn, and never think you master something.
Right.
Like even when you're hitting the double in the back, oh, I'm so good at this. No, there's always more to learn. There's always, there's something to learn. Don't act like you know everything. You can always learn from someone. So that would be my advice. Just keep your mind open and just stay on the grind.
Do you find it hard to balance your personal life with your boxing career?
For me, nah, not really. Nah, I'm pretty good with that. It's not. Nah, no, I'm pretty good.
I know because there are some guys that do have that hard time separating that that personal life and that party life
Yeah,
away from their boxing career. But I guess you're a little older too. You're in your 30s, right? So
Yeah,
you're not a young man. You know how to prioritize stuff.
yeah.
Are you big into the nutrition game?
Say it again.
Are you big into nutrition, like for bettering?
Yes, yes. I've been, especially with my uncle. My uncle's my trainer now, so he's been getting me more on the alkaline diet,
Right.
drinking alkaline waters and stuff like that, eating lots of fruits, vegetables. So yeah,
Have you seen him like self improvement since doing all that?
yeah, I have actually, like in conditioning, everything. To be honest, body feels like loose, feels better. Just yeah, man, more what's the word I'm looking for? More alert on certain things, certain movements. Yeah,
Right. So it's a good thing. So, like, because there are a lot of guys out there that don't, they don't necessarily follow a nutrition plan, but it's such a good thing, right?
yeah. You
It's
know what? You are what you eat, man. You gotta feel your body. You gotta feel your body, man. Then you can perform at the top level where you want to be, right?
That's right. You're not putting garbage in a Bugatti.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So without giving away anything about this weekend, can you kind of walk us through the strategy of what you're looking at, or do you want to just leave it as a surprise and just show us?
Just don't blink. It can happen first round, last round, whatever round, but we're not gonna rush anything. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna see what he's gonna bring to the table, and then we're ready. We're gonna meet him right there. We ain't gonna be running. We're gonna be moving and boxing for sure, using the ring, but we ain't gonna be running.
Right on. I love it, man. I can't wait. I'm going to be commentating ringside, so it's
Uh,
definitely going to be a great event. Um, when you're ready to retire out of this game, hang it up. What do you want to be known for?
I just want to be known for that guy, just always about it, willing to take any fight and never backing down. That's it. And I'm just gonna be going down as one of the greatest that came out of Ontario.
And like for a long time, Ontario has been slept on. It
Yeah,
bugs me, being a Canadian, being from Ontario, and it's time that our boxers get the recognition they deserve. And
yeah,
I'm happy to have a platform where I can help, our Canadian brethren and our Ontario boys just like you to have a platform to come on and get out there and talk to these people, man. Because we've been slept on for a long time, man. We got great
yeah.
talent here. Uh, you know, can you tell us about your gym, like where it's located, where you work out of, and all that?
Well, right now I'm in Oakville, OBFT, and for the last year. It's been training with my uncle now. So yeah, gym's good, a small gym, but it has what you need and good people. Good people are around.
Definitely, Roger,
Yeah,
man, good
yeah,
good friend of mine, good friend of the channel. Golden, he's out there. Guys, definitely
yeah,
got to check him out in Oakville if you're out there. The gym is real nice, good setup, real clean, great facility, and you guys are pumping guys out of there, right? So,
yeah.
so
A
what's
lot of good, a lot of good amateurs gonna be coming out of this club too. A lot of
definitely.
good ones.
Definitely, I'm part of the WhatsApp group, so I get to see all the updates.
Yeah,
I love it. I
yeah.
love it. Um, what's the end of the year goal for you right now?
Well, the end of the year, man. Well, first of all, we're trying to strap up with this belt on Saturday, and then we're trying to at least get a couple of fights and see if we can get another title fight, get that belt, and just from there we're just gonna see what happens. We're trying to go to the States and get some big fights and try to get this big money now, man. Trying to take it serious.
Right. Where where you see yourself in say 5 years? Where would you like to be?
I like to be at the MGM Grant, man. Right to
Yeah,
be there, right to be on the big stage.
that's that's not possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a possibility. You
yeah,
got it's a stacked division, man. It's a stacked
yeah.
division. Your division for sure. There's a lot of great talent. Um, what's what do you believe to be one of your weaknesses, and what are you currently doing to improve on it?
One of my weaknesses, I would say, is just not overlooking the opponent, but like I said, like feel like I master certain things, but now I'm with my uncle now, so I don't really feel like that. I'm not ignorant to certain things and certain new ideas and certain training methods. So like right now, I, I don't really have weaknesses like that because now I'm ready to learn and I'm humble and I adapt. I adapt to whatever is going on in the ring End of the day, man, Southpaw, Orthodox, whatever it is, I'll bring it out, and I'm just ready for war, man.
Predictions for the week for the Saturday. What do you think?
For this Saturday, like I said, I'm not really gonna say what round or what this or what that, but all I gotta say is don't blink, man. It could happen anytime.
Okay.
It can happen anytime, and we're definitely every time I get in that ring, I'm going for the knockout. But some guys are tough. Some guys can take shots. Some guys will be there standing. It is what it is. But I'm definitely going for the knockout.
Right on. I love it. I love it. Do you remember your first pro fight and the feelings that you had, the nerves? How did you shake them?
My first pro fight. That's an interesting one because you know what? He's actually fighting on the undercard on he's the co-main event. The guy.
Yeah.
He's actually fighting for a title. So my first pro fight, how I felt, I was actually ready. And I'm not gonna lie, I was sparring certain guys. My coach brought in some guys from Montreal. And then those certain sparring sessions you didn't do too like I did good but not so well. The guy, blooded me up a little bit and whatever. Then my coach was like, yo, come on, we're fighting. And I looked at him, I said, yo, listen, it's like it can happen in the gym, but it's not happening in the fight. I was ready. You know what I mean? There was a lot of talking going on in that first fight. This guy's gonna do this guy's gonna do that. But bro, when that bell went, first round, did my thing. Second, you know what the funny thing? I'm gonna tell you guys this because we're live, we're talking.
Yeah, man.
What made it worse for him? Because after the first round, I went to dabs on him, say good round, but he kind of brushed me off. So I was like, okay. I went back to my seat and sat down. Whatever the coach was saying to me, I just went in there. I just took him out. Second round knockout. So like, anger don't work for certain people, but for me, anger kind of works for me. It works for me.
You're able to like harness that power and put it to good use instead of messing you up. That's dope. I love it. So after this fight, I know you're not thinking ahead too far. Couple of fights, in the year, MGM Grand in 5. Do you remember the first time you knocked somebody out?
That was my first fight, to be honest. My first pro fight. First pro fight, yeah.
Do you remember that feeling the first time you put him to sleep? What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts?
Man, like I said, he kind of dissed me when I was trying to give him that daps after that first round. And then I was like, yeah. And I just went in, body, head, body. He went down. That was actually, I think, I knocked another guy out, but that was pretty a good knockout still. Because when you knock someone out, they usually go backwards, but he actually fell forward on top of me. Like I had to step back and he dropped. He got back up though. He's a tough kid, and then the ref just waved it off. But I went back to the corner, and then my coach was like, "Yeah, the fight's over," because I had that look in my eye. I was ready, like I wasn't done. I wasn't done. I was ready for more.
Right.
But the whole fight was done. Yeah.
That's awesome. For all these younger kids, and we'll be watching and seeing this. How would you tell them, and what qualities do you think people should look for to find a good trainer or a good coach?
Say that again, please.
What qualities would like these younger kids you're going to be watching? What qualities would you look for to find a good coach and a good trainer?
To be honest, it's more you could have a good trainer, but if he's not vibing with you and certain things, and then because certain coaches they know what they're talking about, but they don't know how to explain it to certain fighters, and they're short tempered, they're short this. So you got to really find a coach that could vibe with you and understand with you, and then actually work with you. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of good coaches out there, but they don't know. A lot of them just take talent. They can't build talent. You know what I mean?
Right.
They'll be like, I'll take this young kid because he knows. You know what I mean? It's not hard to train him. But I seen coaches take guys that didn't know nothing and build them up just because of that. And that kid was just willing to listen and willing to learn. You know what I mean? And they weren't short tempered. They actually took time with them and work with them. So honestly, it's just you have to have that connection with that coach.
A good chemistry.
And if he's willing to sit with you and actually work with you, then yeah, you can go a long way with whoever it is.
What What are your thoughts on Boxing Ontario? Do you think there's things that could be done to improve the quality?
To be honest, man, there's a lot. Boxing Ontario, man, just needs to. It's got a little bit better since I been pro now, but when I was in the amateurs, they weren't putting on the right guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of favoritism and a lot of this and that, so they weren't putting the right guy, right people that should be going to the nationals. You know what I mean? And that's why we weren't doing as good. But now I think it's getting a little bit better. But yeah, man, boxing. There's a lot of politics. That's all I can say. But it's getting better.
That's good. That's good. There's all these new promoters coming up in the game. We finally got some guys that are actually putting on some good shows. So
Yeah, yeah.
It's about time that we start to shine. Do you want to be loved or do you want to be feared?
It comes hand to hand. You can love and fear me, man. It comes hand to hand. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Right.
Respect and love, loved and feared. It's all one at the end of the day. It is what it is, man. I don't really care. I just come to show, entertain, and then hopefully people like what I bring. That's it.
Definitely. I can't wait to see this one, man. The last one I saw you at was against Lee Reeves.
Yeah, Lee Reeves. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the one where you had the words with the guy in the eye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you were throwing, guy. Well, you were. It was great. It was good. It was good shit. I can't wait to see it again. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I know you got. I guess this is your rest week, or are you still hitting the gym?
Yeah, I'm in the gym right now. Actually, when I get off of here, I'm gonna do a little bit of pads. Nothing too crazy, because there's nothing much we can do now. The training's already done.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're ready for war. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's just going through some light work and just strategizing right now. And that's basically it.
Right on. Last question, I guess. What's the night before routine? What do you do the night before a fight?
To be honest, man, I just stay to myself and just meditate to myself and watch my old fights and just relax and just try to be better than my last fight. That's all.
I hear that, man. All right, Larone, thank you very much for your time. Just stick around for a sec. I'm gonna put you back in the green room, and we'll say our goodbyes and everything in the back end, and I'll sign off. But thank you again for coming in today, man, and providing your time here to talk to us here at Talkin Fight. Let all the fans know what's going to be going on for this weekend. It's going to be great, man. Bradley Wilcox, Larone Whyte, main event, the 6th. Can't wait.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. And in his words, don't blink. All right, Larone, I'm just going to throw you back in the green room, and we'll talk in a few minutes.
All right.
All right, Talkin Fight fans, thanks for tuning in to today's special episode of Knuckle Up with yours truly, Mike Orr, and our special guest today, live interview with our man, Larone Whyte. He will be in the main event this Saturday coming. Can't wait to see it. Guys, tune in. You don't want to miss it. And in his words, don't blink. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel, new interview. You know what it is. It's your man, Mike, saying peace.